On weekends, their aircrafts are soaring above a private airstrip on the west bank of Jefferson Parish. They push their flying machines through stunts and races in a hobby that many of the pilots have had since they were kids. Dave McNamara takes us out for a weekend of flying with the New Orleans Model Aviation Club in the heart of Louisiana.
Kelly Field is a miniature airport that's tucked away at the end of a long gravel road on the edge of a swamp behind the town of Avondale. It's a place where weekend pilots can launch their pint-sized aircraft and remotely pilot them high above the landscape or try out stunts that you would never do in a real aircraft, especially a helicopter.
A helicopter can do anything an airplane can do upside down and backwards. It's just so much more capability and therefore difficulty to learn how to do, so it makes it fun.
The idea is to push the limits of miniature flight without crashing. That can drive up the cost of this hobby. The New Orleans Model Aviation Club has been flying here at Avondale for the past 40 years. The club's 65 members are able to keep all of this going with membership dues and donations.
We don't want to fly near any houses. We want to watch our altitude. We want to ensure that the people that are flying with us are capable.
For some pilots, like Scott Heath, part of the thrill is shooting aerial video. A camera on his plane gives him a bird's eye view of the area.
I've got a few drones at home that I attach the GoPro on, and I can shoot over the neighborhood and whatnot. Get some really good, shots of mainly the weather. The weather's really cool to me.
But some drones, like these quadcopters, are built for speed. They zip through the air like flying insects at speeds averaging 60 to 80 miles an hour. It's the latest fad in remote-controlled flight.
I wanted to be a pilot. This is about the closest thing to it. You really feel like you're sitting in there and you're flying it.
Pilots wear a virtual reality headset and watch a live feed from a tiny camera mounted in the nose of their aircraft. They fly through an obstacle course, shooting through hoops and gates, and weaving their way around flags, trying to stay airborne and beat the competition to the finish line.
The speeds that you go, it's insane, but it's a lot of fun.
There are model aircraft to fit a variety of interests. Some of the most impressive are the handmade replicas of vintage airplanes.
I compete in scale events.
This wood and fiberglass plane is an exact 1/5 size replica of a World War II Navy Wildcat.
That squadron was the first U.S. forces to sink a Japanese warship in World War II. It's a very interesting story called the Wake Island Wildcats.
Most of these pilots started flying model aircraft as kids. Their flying has improved with technology, which is now attracting a new generation of younger pilots. With the heart of Louisiana, Dave McNamara, WAFB 9 News.
Thanks, Dave.